All right, so we're live. Hey, parents, as you know, my name's Graham Matthews, and I run Empowered STEM, which is the company that provides A-level chemistry revision courses for those students who want to earn an A star in A-level chemistry so that they can attend the medical, dental, and veterinary programs of their choice in the UK. So I just want to pop into the live stream tonight, and I wanted to answer the question, and so the question is, a couple of live streams ago, right, earlier on in the week, I was saying that, we don't endorse memorization and mark schemes in any of our courses. All right. We don't promote it. We don't endorse it because we know it doesn't work. All right. And so the question is, the question was, well, hey, Graham, what exactly do you do? I mean, if you don't memorize mark schemes, what exactly do the students do to earn the A star? Well, since you asked, here we go. All right, look, the reason why, I do realize my voice is going. So, okay, look, the reason why we don't endorse the memorization of mark schemes is because of something called long-term memory retention issues. It means that your teen, your son, your daughter is they're trying to learn in a way that is not congruent with the way the mind works. Okay. And so when you try to memorize mark schemes, yeah, you may be able to memorize the answer set to one past paper question, give you that. But can you memorize two past paper questions, three past papers? No, you can't. All right. Because it's not the way that the memory works. So when having a conversation with the students, so they go, well, yeah, but Graham, you see, but the thing is, look, it worked at GCSE. It worked at GCSE because all they did at GCSE, this is their words, not mine. Well, I kind of waited until year 11, and then my parents got me the revision book, and then oh, I just learnt that book inside and out, Graham, left and right. I got it. And then, yeah, I went through every past paper question that I could find. And I kind of got the idea of what they were looking for on the exam. And I just put that down and yeah, I mean, I got a 9. So what do you mean it's not going to work at A level? Well, yeah, I see, but the thing is, right? Let me ask you this. How much of the information from GCSE do you recall now, several months later? Well, they go, well, grammar, right, fine, to be honest. After after the exam, as soon as I walked out of the hall, I kind of like forgotten everything that I learned. It's like crammed it into my mind, the one exam. Oh, so you've forgotten it. Yeah. And how much of it do you think you could apply? Like, what do you mean? Well, for example, you did covalent bonding at GCSE. Yeah. Can you explain the covalent bonding in this molecule? Well, I haven't seen that one, Graham, so no, no, I couldn't. Okay. And how about this one? Well, yeah, okay. I kind of, all right, fine. And so they kind of come to the realization that they've forgotten the information after the GCSE. They crammed into the mind. They walked out of the exam hall. They've forgotten the information, number one, and then number two, they can't apply it several months down the road. And so this is when I say yes, but A-level chemistry is all about the application of knowledge, of concepts. So are you open to having a different way of learning? One that actually works for A level as part of the A level mindset that we teach in the course. Yeah. And so then what I do is I introduce them to the concept of neuroscience blended with educational theory. And their eyes like, really? Yeah, I said, so for example, how about you try learning in a way that your mind works? you know, learning in the way that the neuroscientists say that your mind works. And so what we do now is that we teach them a structure. It's a scaffolding. Okay. It's a very well organized system that they can use in order to learn concepts, apply concepts, but also recall concepts when they need to. So, for example, if you look at the neuroscience part of it, you got space practice, retrieval practice, elaboration, interleaving, concrete examples, and dual coding. All right. Now, inside the Facebook group, I did a very big training on this one. Right. We actually broke this down with examples and everything else. But the idea is if you learn in the way that your mind works, well, then you become a more effective learner. And so now what happens is that your grade in A-level chemistry begins to improve. All right. Now, real world examples here. Okay. I'm always going on about the students that earned an A or an A star in A-level chemistry. Like Ishan got an A and now he's at King's. Fatima got an A star and now she's at UEA. They're both, by the way, studying to be medical doctors. And Fatima wants to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. She's well on the way to it. Rowan went to the University of Liverpool and she became a practicing psychologist. Uh, Sue 3 went to the University of Southampton, got like an A star in A-level chemistry, went to the University of Southampton, and now she's doing a master's degree, all right, to the University of Nottingham. All right. So bottom line is that all of these students that I just mentioned, and there's so many, night doing it. Look, is one thing that there's a couple of things that they had in common. Number one is that none of them memorized mark schemes. Because if you memorize a mark scheme, you're going to get a C. And a C stands for could have gone to medical school, could have gone to university. If only I hadn't been stuck in the past and was using the GCSE way of learning, like the GCSE mindset. They all did, all the students I just mentioned, they all adopted the neuroscience educational theory way that we teach A-level chemistry in our courses. And so therefore what happened is that the grade, it automatically, through hard work and effort, it went up to the A and the A star, which is not surprising, parents. And the reason why it's not surprising is because they had a scaffold. They had a really rigorous, robust system that they could use when they were learning the information. So not only were they learning the concepts at a very, very deep level, we talked about this one the other day, learning the concept at a very, very deep level, number one, because they could recall the concepts and the strategies and the techniques that they learned to understand the concepts and to answer the questions. They then began to see the synoptic links between all the concepts in year 12 and the synoptic links between all the concepts in year 13 and the concepts between year 12 and year 13. They saw the entire matrix, like the big picture of A-level chemistry. Okay. And of course, what happened is this, is that the confidence, the motivation goes up because they're building, they're building their, they're building the understanding of A-level chemistry on a really solid foundation. Imagine if you would, A-level chemistry, it's like building a skyscraper. Okay, year 13 is the upper levels of the skyscraper, and year 12 are the lower level of the skyscraper, right? If the building is built on quicksand, because the student decided that what they're going to do is use the GCSE way of rote memorization of facts and figures and past paper exams. Then what happens is in year 12, yeah, they may have a couple of wins early on, give them that. But as you start to add on flaws to your building, well, what happens is that the building begins to sink in the quagmire, the quicksand, because you don't have a firm foundation in neuroscience and educational theory. So what happens is this, is all of a sudden you start to become, demotivated, lack of confidence. You don't want to do the work, and you just start to spiral downwards. Whereas those students that decided to adopt the neuroscience educational theory way that we use principles from neuroscience and principles from educational theory to build a really strong, stable scaffolding. It's like building your building on granite. Okay, it's not going anywhere. And so you, in the year 13, of course, you have a solid foundation from year 12. You get all the concepts. But in year 13, your confidence, your motivation is really high because you're able now to apply the techniques that we use, that we teach, and actually see all the interconnections between all the different modules, right? Now, the added bonus, parents, is this one, is that, of course, the added bonus, to Ishan and to Fatima and to Rowan and to Suthri and keep on going, is that they can take this way of learning, this new way of learning, with them to medical school. Because you've got to stop and think. In medical school, there is this large volume of knowledge which you must know inside and out, forwards and backwards, left and right. And you must be able to recall the knowledge when you need to and how to apply the concepts in novel situations, in stressful situations. Okay. And so, for example, in the bone, in the body, I think there's 206 bones. I mean, do you really think that the doctors, the medical students, that they use in rote memorization to memorize all these facts, all these figures? Or do you think that they have a system built on neuroscience, built on the latest educational theory? All right, the one that we use in our courses. So look, this is the reason why that we don't teach rote memorization in our courses of past paper questions and exams, because we know it doesn't work. We know that the students end up with a C because it's just like building the building on quicksand. It just begins to sink in year 13, okay? What we do is that we promote a system that we've put together, which is based on the latest neuroscience and educational theory, the way that the mind actually works, so that our students have an advantage over other students because they've got this scaffolding, this matrix that they can use to put all the information in, all the concepts. They understand the concepts, they can connect everything together. And so, of course, they're going to soar, they're going to rise up to the A star in A-level chemistry. So look, parents, as I always say, if what I'm telling you in these live streams, if it resonates with you, if you go, yeah, you know what, Graham, now I think about it. My teen, my son, my daughter, they're in the room, they're cramming the A-level chemistry. They don't really understand what's going on. They're trying to memorize mark schemes. They're getting stressed out, and the grade is beginning to drop. I need to take action now. Then what I need you to do is this, reach out to me. And it doesn't matter where you're watching this live stream. Look, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, it doesn't matter. If you're on YouTube, move over to Facebook. All right, send me a message on Facebook, and a member of my team will reach out to you. Same thing if you're on Facebook. Just send us a message, right? A member of my team will reach out to you, and they'll have a conversation with you, your partner, and your teen on the call. And what they'll do is that they'll explain to you how our courses work at Empower STEM. And they'll explain to you, they'll put together a blueprint for you, like a plan, which is going to show you how easily your teen can move from where the grade that they're in the mark book, with the grade from where they are in the mark book to their predicted grade to the aspirational grade up to an A or an A star in A-level chemistry, depending if you're in year 12 or year 13, all right, in less than 16 weeks. So look, hope I answered the question. All right. Everybody take care, and I'll see you on the next one.